One should consider that they're saying I've been on the radar of Indian security agencies since 2006. I'm a U.S. citizen. Like, are they admitting then that they're running spies on U.S. soil to spy on an American citizen? And am I under surveillance by Indian state spies right now? Have they tapped my phone?
You're infringing on your civil rights too. Your civil. I mean, if you took a federal case up with that would be a legitimate complaint.
The FBI isn't allowed to put me under surveillance without a warrant. That's the internal security of my own country. So these external security agencies from India, are they attempting to surveil me? Because the security agencies in my country can't even do that to me as a citizen without a warrant. So, but beyond that, yeah, that's one of the things is this Delhi police just absolutely making things up, fabricating, as I mentioned with the Nikita Jacob WhatsApp text, just like completely invented from whole cloth. Somebody sat in a room somewhere and typed up a manufactured transcript of WhatsApp's messages between me and Nikita. Then you also have stuff like, well, who is Delhi police? Now you got to really make a distinction between Delhi police and the police of any other city in India. Say Delhi police versus Mumbai police. Delhi police, unlike, say, for instance, Mumbai police, is not accountable to the government of Delhi. They're accountable to the Home Minister of the central government. The Home Minister of the central government currently is Amit Shah. Amit Shah is a member of the RSS. So you have, and the former president of the BJP. So you have a member of the RSS, former president of the BJP, in this slot of Home Minister who's entrusted with law and order for the whole country, but in this particular case, who is entrusted with authority over the city police of Delhi. And you want to ask me if I think that they're acting objectively or independently. Then I would also point to the fact that, well, as I've repeatedly mentioned, who is Delhi police and what have they been doing? Delhi police a year ago this month was literally accused of actually going door to door in some cases, busting down the doors, grabbing out innocent Muslim victims and handing them over to mobs of Hindutva Sanghi RSS-linked mobs to be killed. Delhi police, I mean, how far back do you want to go? Look at Delhi police during 1984. Delhi police was accused of actually leading, in some cases, and helping to organize this pogrom against the Sikhs, where they slaughtered thousands of Sikhs in the streets of Delhi, just innocent, everyday people, men, women, children. So, I mean, what kind of a record for protecting its own citizenry does Delhi police have? Delhi police has been used to target minorities, to massacre them in the streets. And then they're not independent. They're under the control of the RSS BJP. Then, as being under the authority of Amit Shah, well, who's Amit Shah? Amit Shah has been Modi's right-hand man since the 90s, if I recall correctly. He's Modi's key lieutenant who's been there side by side with him whole step of the way for decades. Every step of the way for decades. And Amit Shah is also himself accused, implicated in a murder case where this long, complicated string of events where after the 2002 Gujarat pogrom, which Modi was accused of presiding over and or even orchestrating, one of the cabinet ministers in the state government, who was a member of the BJP named Hiren Pandya, was speaking to media and threatening to spill the beans about Modi's alleged role in that pogrom. Now, Amit Shah is accused of hiring an assassin to kill that state minister, a member of his own political party, and then hiring another assassin to kill the assassin that he hired to kill the state minister. So, I mean, this is the record of Delhi police. This is the record of Amit Shah. This is what Modi's accused of.
Some mafia shit.
Look at Modi's union cabinet. Who's in it? We have Pratap Sarangi from Odisha, who is the head of the Bajrang Dal, the youth wing of the VHP, which is the religious wing of the RSS. He was head of the Bajrang Dal in Odisha at the same time that a VHP Bajrang Dal mob ambushed and burned alive this Australian missionary who was running a home to help lepers and his two young, under 10 years old, innocent sons. And this guy now, fast forward this, 22 years later, Now he's a cabinet minister in top position in Modi's government.
Yeah, that stuff happens in India. A lot of people don't know that. In Pakistan and stuff, they're in the mountains and stuff, and in India they become government ministers. The
Exactly,
terrorists.
exactly,
Isn't that
exactly.
something?
Well, you look at Pragya Singh Thakur. She's literally a terrorist accused, implicated in this series of bombings that were against Muslim targets in India in the mid 2000s. In a case where the RSS chief himself has actually been fingered as signing off directly and authorizing the series of bombings. She's an MP in the Modi government, sitting there in Delhi. So here you have Delhi police saying that this guy, literally on the other side of the world, a writer, is is engaged in orchestrating some vast conspiracy to defame India. Well, the thing that really has defamed India is you have people like Pragya Singh Thakur and Pratap Sarangi and Amit Shah and Modi, and then the Delhi police itself. The Delhi police itself is a slap in the face of the Indian people. The Indian police itself is one of the agencies most responsible for the defamation of India, based on its track record of murdering Indian citizens from different minority groups in the streets of Delhi.
And there's the answer right there.